Hello everyone, in today's video we will be looking at Hunter from the Vintage Collection. Okay, so here is the case. You've got the name pill by there, you've got this image on here which looks quite nice. It looks like it's taken directly from the show, but I'm not sure if it is. I have just recently rewatched season 1, which is obviously when this figure is from, because he's got that armor on there. And yeah, so I can't remember if that's an exact image from the show. If you do know that, feel free to let me know. But yeah, it's a nice image. I think it fits in there quite well. There's the figure in there, looking pretty cool. Comes with a few bits and bobs. And then rest of the line there, VC268. So yeah, we'll go ahead and open this up. Okay, so straight off the card, this is what it looks like. There's the figure in there, and yeah, let's take a closer look. Okay, so here he is, and he's looking pretty cool. The chest feels a bit wobbly there. I don't know, you can't really see it, but I don't know, that feels a little bit wobbly. It is like a sort of like ball jointed, I guess, chest joint there, but it feels a bit, yeah. So it feels a bit loose. I don't know if you can see that when he leans forward there, and then just this slight movement, he just automatically clicks back. So he's standing up straight. So it's not the end of the world. And it might also be this, which does come off. This little backpack thingy-majig. So yeah, it's not super heavy, but let's see if that's made a difference. Yeah, that's made a bit of a difference, which is not a massive difference, but yeah. So that's the rest of him there. It's his legs. It's all this sort of usual articulation. The rocker ankles. They feel quite good. They look quite good, I think. Nice paintwork on here as well. Obviously, it's quite basic. Well, I say that. You've got at least 3 different types of grey there. You've got like the silvery grey and the darker shade, and then this darker shade in here again. And then you've got the red on it, and it's quite detailed. There's a little skull there. There's the skull again on the headband there, and there's the face. Looks all pretty accurate to me. Looks great, actually. Yeah, he sort of looks different, obviously, to the other clones. They haven't used that sort of same face sculpt. It does look a little bit cartoony, which was one of my concerns with this figure, because I'm not a fan of that, like, animated style, like, into figures, if that makes sense. So, like, the Clone Wars, the older ones, where they sort of had, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but that animated style to them, or rather the realistic. And this feels halfway. It sort of feels like in between. It doesn't feel too cartoony, like the faces a little bit, and the legs and stuff feel a little bit, I don't know, like they could be of that sort of animated style. But yeah, I actually quite like it. I think it works quite well. So yeah, articulation is great. That's awesome. Yeah, that's quite a high thing there. There's nothing restricting that there, which is nice. The shoulders move with the arms too, which is strange. I think that's different. Yeah, so this is the helmet here. It's like a squishy, you know, softer plastic. Nice detailing on there as well. Looks very good. This rifle here. This little pistol by here. And the knife. The helmet sculpt is great as well. I thought it was going to be another bobblehead situation, especially as this guy's got a bit of hair. A lot of the clones of, you know, sort of clean shaven, you know, buzz cut, whatever it is. This guy's got a bit of hair, he's got a bandana. So I thought they're going to have to make the helmet quite big to fit over that. But it works. I don't think it's too big. It probably isn't quite in scale. but it's good enough. Like, it looks better than some of them do. And I don't know if it's because his body is a bit chunkier, so it sort of feels a bit more in proportion. So yeah, we'll set him all up, talk a bit more about him. So just some final thoughts for this figure. I think he's great, actually. I wasn't initially going to get him because, for a number of reasons, I wasn't sure. Like, the promo images, for me personally, didn't look very good. They didn't look like my sort of thing. I know I saw a few people sort of raving about it and saying it looked great, and that's fair enough. But for me personally, I thought it looked all weird. His proportions were out. The head looked a bit big. The feet looked a bit weird. They looked a lot of like that animated style I was talking about earlier going on. So I wasn't fussed when I first saw it. And also the fact that we haven't got any other Bad Batch members, and I'm not even sure if there's any pipelined at this point at the time of recording. I don't think there is. We've just had season 2, you know, is finished a little while ago, you know, and he's got his different armor in that. So this is, you know, we're already quite a way behind, which is nothing new with the vintage collection. But again, I'm pretty sure the Black Series has all of the members, and yeah, we're stuck with just one for now. But yeah, so that was part of the thing as well. I'd like to have the full squad, but I suppose if I'd have waited by the time that had all come out, this guy might have been quite difficult to get. And I've just started watching season 2. I was a little bit behind. So yeah, I thought, why not? You know, I got a sort of a little pre-order, a late pre-order if you like, in there, and I got him. And he is fantastic, actually. The paintwork is great. He feels great in hand. I don't know if that sounds weird, but he feels like a solid figure. My only complaint really is that chest is a bit wobbly, which isn't going to matter because it's not completely loose that it falls back no matter what. So he'll be okay to pose and stuff. But I don't know, maybe if you were a kid playing with it or something, it might be a bit annoying if he's just wobbling around all over the place. So there is that. The other thing, maybe, if it can be a complaint, I suppose it can't really be helped, but the knife holder seems very chunky on his arm. Like the little, I don't know if it's I don't think it's a vibro knife, it might be, but his blade that's in the arm, it feels, on this figure, it feels quite like it's jutting out a bit. And I don't know if it's just because I'm watching the show and I see it and it's sort of tucked away a bit more on there. But yeah, on this it sort of sticks out a little bit, but that can't really be helped, so I can't really complain about that. The paintwork is spot on. Like, there's a little bit of battle damage on his chest, you know, the detailing on the skull and the red paint, it's all within the lines. It's great. The articulation is fantastic and the face sculpt is great. I really do hope we get the rest of the squad, because that would be awesome. Just to have them all lined up together like on the shelf would be really cool. At the moment this guy's just kind of on his own. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's much else to really say on this. Something I did notice, there's no holster for the pistol, which is kind of annoying, because there's nowhere to store it, which is always a bit annoying. And I don't think there's anywhere for the rifle. If there is, and I've missed it somehow, feel free to let me know, but I don't think there is, which is annoying, because obviously you want to have a place to, if you want to set him up like I do, with like as many accessories on him as possible, you know, I don't know. And obviously there is that sort of shootout between him and Cad Bane, and the gun's in the holster there, so if you wanted to sort of reenact that, you can't, because there's no holster. So that's another down point on this figure. So he's not perfect. I'm not sure what figure is though, really. But it's very good. They've done a very good job on this. And yeah, I'm very pleased with this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.